All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Unstable with me, Ricky Belshaw, and I've got Mistress Gray with me today. Thanks ever so much for coming.
No worries.
Really appreciate it. Why don't you tell them what you do?
Well, I'm a dominatrix. I work at a studio in Derby.
Yeah.
I'm a dominatrix.
Yeah, we met at a gig, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We met at a gig. I was closing a gig in Derby. You guys were there, and I wasn't comparing that night. I was closing, and when the compare was talking to you, I've never wished I was the compare so much in my phone. Sorry, guys, if you see, I keep looking over there. We've got Mistress Gray in the corner, so making sure that I don't do anything that I shouldn't fucking do. And he's big, strong, and scary, and he's already threatened to beat me up 3 times. Turns up he's racist as well. Who'd have thought? No, he's not.
You said you'd behave. This is not behaving.
But yeah, like I wanted to be the compare so much because it would have just been such good fun to have gone into that. So I invited you here just because I wanted to learn a little bit.
Fine,
and you've said you're dead nervous about this, aren't you?
Yeah, of course I am.
Why are you so nervous?
Because of my mouth runs.
It's what we like.
I've got ADHD as well, so
okay.
Yeah,
I think you said that at the time, didn't you? Yeah.
So.
Is that self-diagnosed ADHD or is that actual?
No, I've got the full. I had to pay for it, but yeah, I've got the diagnosis.
You had to pay for it?
Yeah, £800 to get diagnosed.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was a 6-year waiting list otherwise. So
really, shit. To be honest, you say that I've got some back problems at the minute. Fucking obviously, and I need surgery, and they've said that because I've got like this degrading thing in my spine, and they've said if I wait for the NHS, it's 18 months.
Oh,
but
nice.
I could have it done next week if I pay $7,500.
Oh, well, it looks like you're waiting then, doesn't it?
The same doctor will do it. It's just a nightmare. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. To you. So we met that night. You're a dominatrix. Yes. I'm just dead intrigued by this whole thing. Okay. So how did you get into it?
Basically, I saw a video online of the one that owns the studio, and I thought she looked amazing. This powerful, strong woman. Yeah. And I was like, I want to be her when I grow up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it was like, I've got to meet this woman. So
what was going on in that video?
She was just I'm laughing already. She just had a big dildo in her hand, and she's like, I'm a goddess, and you're nothing, worthless, talking to slaves. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had you been into that type of stuff before?
Yes, I used to do OnlyFans and things like that. But,
oh, right, okay.
But I wanted to get more into the fetish kink kind of thing.
Okay.
So I went to an event that she was running called The Hunt. And
The Hunt?
No, The Hunt.
The Hunt, with a H.
Yes, The Hunt.
With a H.
They let a load of men run free in a field, and you have to hunt them in the dark and capture them and beat them, basically.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. And I stood watching it like, what the hell is this? But I like.
To be honest, that sounds like pretty fucking good fun. I mean, I'd be caught straight away. Yeah. Like I am getting beat up to fuck there, aren't I?
Probably.
So you went there, watched a load of dominatrix.
Yeah, and they were all really nice, really friendly.
Chase men around, beat them up, and you thought, this is for me.
Yeah, I think the main one was a guy had been sent by his wife. He'd like kind of cheated on her or something like that. Okay. So she said, I want him marked from neck to knee.
Marked? As in whipped to foot?
Yeah. She wants him to come home with marks from his neck to his knee.
Shit. And I didn't think that stuff had gone on since like medieval days.
Yeah, no, it was really...
I thought we'd grown out of that as a nation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was medieval, but I was like,
fair play. So how did you go from watching that in the field to...
I spoke to the owner of the studio.
Yeah.
And I just said, can I come along and try it, see what it's like? And that's where it went. I got my first session, and it was a nightmare.
I wanted to talk about the first session because I imagine it's just as daunting for your side of the fence as it is for the first time.
Well, it was someone.
Sub, do they call him? Is that right?
Submissive. Yeah. It was someone from the Hunt who was like, "Well, I don't mind being your first client." You know?
Right. Okay.
And basically, I whacked his penis,
winky,
and it split. There was blood everywhere.
What did you hit it with?
Just a paddle.
Just a...
I could hear drip. I was like, what is that?
When you say a paddle, like a fucking...
I've got some...
I know you've got a bag of tricks that scares the shit. Because when you say paddle, I'm thinking like a table tennis thing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, right. Fucking Jesus.
But it wasn't this one.
No wonder it. Oh, right. Okay.
But yes, it's just the impact.
So
of
with the flat side.
Yes.
So for the audio listeners, I'm looking at the most aggressive looking table tennis panel I've ever seen in my life. Yes. There's spikes on it. I'm touching it. I hope it's been cleaned.
No, this one's not been used. This is from my personal collection.
That is really fucking sharp.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But you hit him with the flat end and his dick split.
Yes.
Fuck.
So
I mean, ironically, I bet he saw that as a success. That you can have that back. It scares me.
Yeah, so he didn't mind it, but I didn't realise you're supposed to ask these things like you're supposed to build it up. There's lots of skills.
And you just went 10 out of 10. Like, fucking this bell end's having it. Bang, literally.
And it had it.
Split. Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
So we couldn't carry on, but he came back after. So
what happened after that? Like, so you've just realised you've broken his dick. What was the next?
Running around trying to find blue roll.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm okay. Then I was like, because he was tied up.
Yeah, of course he was. Yeah, of course he was.
So I missed all that bit out. And
so go back. So he walks in.
He walks
in. And then you tied him up.
Yeah. Well,
strip him off.
Yeah.
Or does he get naked?
No, he get naked. Just on the knees. Get on your knees.
Yeah.
But again, I had no idea what I was doing. It was the shittest session I've ever done. I think.
But yeah,
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
It's like the first time you have sex in it. Like it's built, especially for men. It's built up to be this fucking thing in your head. And I don't know about you, Mr. Isla Gray, but my first time, I'm fucking shocking. It was shocking. I'd built it up, and like if I say 2 minutes, I'm probably exaggerating. Like I'm not even here to lie. So like, I imagine that like for something like that, it's dead nerve-wracking for you.
Yeah, because
like,
I got there and one of the other doms was talking me through what to do, and it was still making no sense to me. I was like,
what instructions did she give?
She just said, just tie him up and just mess about with him. I was like, mess about? Like, what does that mean? I didn't know. I had no idea. She said, well, just going through what everything is, and there's so many different like pieces of equipment, like torture devices. Again, I have no idea how to use any of this.
Because obviously in
he
research...
knew he was a guinea pig, though. He knew he was a guinea pig. Like,
right,
he knew.
Because like for the research for this, I've been onto the website that you work for.
Yeah.
And some of them rooms scare the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest, they scare the shit out of me.
I think there's 9 rooms. There's a prison cell.
Yeah.
With a wheel.
It was the medical one that did it for me. Fuck that.
Yes. I bought something that we use at the medical as well.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do, because I'm really needle phobic.
No, I'm needle phobic as well. Sorry, this is really bad. These are called sounds.
Oh no! Is this what I think it is? Does this go?
Yes. For the camera.
Oh my god!
So these go down the urethra.
No.
Yeah.
Why is it bent?
Because.
Oh. Fuck.
And then they go all the way up to.
Jeez, that's bigger than my dick.
So yeah, this is like I have to stretch it like that, but.
Oh.
Yes, that's medical play. We use electrics. Yeah.
People like that.
They love that, yeah.
No way. That no way. I mean, like, I can understand. Look, I'm not here to kink shame. Each to their own.
Yeah,
like,
me neither.
That scares the shit out of me personally. But if you're into it, you're into it, and that's.
I wonder how you find out you're into that though.
That's what I was going.
That's why I always ask people like, what?
Yeah. How do you find out that shoving a bit of metal up your jap's eye is your thing?
Yeah.
I saw this video. There's a mate of mine who runs a podcast called Dead Men Talking.
Yeah.
Freddie Quinn, Rob Mulholland. If you watch it, it's great. You'll know it. And they had a video of this guy who put a straw up his japs and then put a load of wasps in. Yeah, that's his thing. But like,
that's his thing. That's his thing.
Yeah, but how does someone come up with that? Like, I just I don't know. I mean, obviously there's a progression, but is there anything you've been asked to do that is too far for you that you won't do?
Scat. Shit.
Scat. Okay.
I get asked that every day, and
every day is it that big of a thing? Is it?
Yeah, I get a lot of It's called hard sports as well.
It's called what? Sorry.
Hard sports.
Hard sports. Okay.
Water sports is
pee. And hard sports is poo.
Yes.
Fucking. Right, okay.
Again, I've not kink shaming, but spitting is a massive thing, and I don't do that because it makes me feel sick.
Right. Okay.
So I can't even be in the room if another dom's doing it. I have to leave.
Yeah.
But that's a massive kink.
Big no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
I'm going to gag now.
yeah, like that. It's fucking, that scares those looking at them that scares the shit out of me.
But like the wasp thing, I've been asked for stinging nettles.
Right. Okay.
To beat somebody with
stinging
nettles.
I kind of get. Look, it's not
you
my thing.
Get that.
No, but I get that because if they're into the pain, that's just like an evolution, a next step of the pain in it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's. I imagine that you get the whip and then you get the sting for longer.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Deep heat on bits as well.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet fucking hell. Fuck Jesus.
Come up with these new and inventive ways to hurt themselves. It's been...
Let's go back a few days.
Sorry,
No, it's me. To your first day. So you did this guy'd come in. Yeah. He got on his knees. Yeah. Did you strip him off or did you make him strip off?
No, they have to strip off and be on the knees. Then they count the money on the floor.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a power dynamic from the word go.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to fuck them up. I'm like, no, count it again.
Right. Okay. yeah. Because I read that there's pay pigs.
Oh yeah, I've had pay pigs.
That's a thing, isn't it? Where they just like
they just like to send you money for nothing.
Yeah.
So I used to have a lot of those with OnlyFans.
Yeah. Do you still do OnlyFans?
No, I've come off OnlyFans.
Okay.
So yeah, they like to drain a wallet drain. So you drain the wallet. They like to give you. Some of them like to give you financial control. They'll give you bank details.
Wow. Just move that a little bit closer. No, that's right.
I'm leaning back. Yeah, it's crazy, but they like that.
Yeah, it's that power.
I've got a sub that likes to. You're gonna give me all of your money.
Wow.
Yes. He never does though. He likes the idea. I know. Yeah. Like, where's all this money that you keep promising me? You know.
No way.
That's a power thing, isn't it?
100%. So he's on the floor. He's counted out your money. Yes. You've told him he's counted it wrong. Then you've tied him up.
Yeah, I said kiss my boots because that was a boot thing.
Yeah.
A lot of them like to do that.
So beforehand, had you had a conversation about what he does and doesn't like?
Yeah. So you say what are your kinks, what are your limits?
Yeah.
I didn't ask that on that session because I didn't know.
Right. Okay.
Do you have any injuries? Is there anything I need to know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like, kind of thing. I had no idea that day.
Just went in.
Yeah. I just to be fair, I watched what he liked at the hunt.
Right. Okay. So you had a bit of an idea.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
But didn't realise
that. It to the next level. Amazing. So you tied him up.
Yeah, to like an A-frame.
Yeah.
I was just looking on the wall, what can I use? And I thought those looked nicer, like the paddles. I thought that wouldn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
But he said he had an injury already from the hunt.
Right.
So I think it was healing. That's why. So I didn't fully. It wasn't all my fault.
Okay, so he already had
so it's his own fault, really.
He already had a scab.
Yeah. But the drip, I could just hear. I was like, I can hear a drip. It was.
Because I suppose if he's aroused, there's a lot of blood in that area, isn't there? Like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and then it was like, you know what? Shall we just sit and have a chat? I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
let's
talk this
out.
Nothing
else. We can't continue this.
Think about what we've done.
Yeah, he's like, you did really well. I was like, did I know? I don't think I did.
That's mad.
No,
so then
after that, I started to do duos instead with to learn. I was like, I can't do that because it's
So after that, you worked with someone on sessions for so many weeks or whatever.
Just to get ideas, build my confidence, and that works better.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And now you're confident doing solo now.
Yeah.
How long you been doing it?
Just over a year now.
Okay, I thought you'd been going longer than that.
No.
So when we met then, you must have been quite new to it.
Yeah, ish. I think
it was about 6-7 months ago,
it's
wasn't
about 18 months I've been doing it, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's quite a while. But,
cool.
But I prefer duos because it's more fun.
I suppose you're there with your mate, aren't you? You can
exactly. Have a bit of a laugh. Whereas,
Yeah. The first guest I had on this is a good friend of mine. She's a stripper, and she was saying off camera. Actually, said the same thing. She loves doing like the double dances for the guys because it's just like their mates and they're having the crack, and it's actually they're getting more out of it than the bloke is probably. Yeah. So that's cool. So obviously you do this now. What do your family make of this? How do they know what you do? First of all,
they all know. Yeah, they know. They quite like that. I send my mum my videos. She laughs at them.
So you video these guys?
Yeah, some of them. I do some filming. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If it's something really funny, I'll send it to my mum. Like, look at the state of this.
What? like what? What would this sort of
some
thing?
of them some of them like the idea of being humiliated. So those only those guys are the ones that are paid.
So you take the videos. I assume you've asked permission.
Yeah.
It's
so
all
it depends because you get filming subs specifically for filming, but some of them like to be filmed on session.
Right. Okay.
And they like the idea of being blackmailed, especially like
normally
like the sissies. So
Sissies.
Sissies is you dress them up as women.
Oh, right, okay.
It's not they're not trans or anything like that. They just like to be dressed up
like
as
the
women.
humiliation.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
They like to be slutty.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
We do the makeup, the hair, put them in little outfits and make them dance for you, things like that.
And then just take the piss out of them when they're like that, and that's
Depends,
what it's all about.
Some like that, some like to be a good girl, some like to be a slut. Yeah, it depends on the client,
mad.
but that's a big thing.
Yeah,
this is what they're really fun.
So, like, what sort of stuff what would you show your mum? Like,
probably the sissy ones because they like to be shown off.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Or ball busting as well. She likes to see that.
Ball busting.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine what that entails from the name, but go on, elaborate.
Just busting balls with kicking.
Oh,
over, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Kicking with instruments, knees, that kind of thing.
Because, like, I've taken a few shots to the knackers over the years, and it is fucking horrific.
Yeah.
It's horrific. Like, the pain is unreal. Is unreal.
What?
Oh.
Oh, the clamping, sorry.
Clamping. It's all right.
Sorry.
In the corner of the room
I was like, what's this mean?
We were getting this action. I'm thinking, shit, have I touched on a subject here that I should know?
I thought he was going...
I thought he was telling us for sure. In my head, I'm thinking...
I thought my legs were open at first.
in my head, I'm thinking, he's into ball busting and he doesn't want to talk about it. I'm like, oh, shit.
No, he's not into ball busting.
No judgments here.
No.
So clamping.
Yeah, so there's... you can get, like, metal clamp. I should have bought on weights as well. So you put something like it's called a parachute around the balls, and sometimes they've got
right. Welcome
in.
back. We had technical issues there. Gaz, the producer, who's not here, still managed to fuck us over. Gaz, you're a prick. The memory card he gave us was full, so we had to do a little rejig. We've sorted it out now, so we're back. So I don't know what magic he's going to do in the editing there, but good luck with that, Gaz. But during that, where we're sorting out, you showed me quite possibly one of the most painful things I've ever seen in my life. There was like, she showed me this video of this guy's testicles against like a wooden back with a glass or plastic thing pressed, and it looked like there was things you could tighten it with at the side. Yes. And just squashing his balls. Yeah. They were so thin. We're talking, they looked like they were less than a centimetre.
Yes, they were.
Fuck. Yeah. How's that even possible?
I don't know. He asked for it tighter. Does it go any tighter? I was like, no. It does not. So that's CBT, cock and ball torture.
It's something.
Yeah. Again, that's a big thing.
That's a thing. Well, I mean, look, as I say, I'm really not kink shaming at all. Like, each to their own.
Yeah,
but
people love it.
I don't get like pain is. I'm not into pain. Like it's not my thing. I don't enjoy it, and I mean, I just don't understand how that level of pain is sexually gratifying.
No, I don't think it is always sexual. I don't know what it is. Sometimes they're not aroused, you know. It's it's each to their own, isn't it?
Is it that power dynamic things like
maybe
that?
they like to be
like just
totally
submissive and makes you wonder, doesn't it? Like back in medieval times, if people were deliberately committing crimes just to get fucking whipped.
Don't put me in the Iron Maiden again.
Don't give me 50 lashes.
No, please. I'd hate that.
Yeah. Ooh. Shit, that's fucking mad. So we'll go back then into, I forget where we were in.
Ball busting.
Ball busting, that's where we were. So you're not into spitting, you're not into scat.
No.
But you'll ball busting.
Oh yeah.
What's your favourite thing to do?
Probably CBT.
Cock and ball torture.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, your mum's ringing you.
Mum's ringing. As that happened, as we said, cock and ball torture, my mum started calling me.
Are you okay?
You're all right. Yeah. She just knew I was in trouble then, didn't she? The mother instinct came out. She just fucking knew. That's incredible. Good time in there, Mum. Cock and ball torture. But
there's lots of things you can use. Needles. I'm needle phobic, so no, absolutely not.
See, I'm the same as you. Like you're covered in tattoos. I'm covered in tattoos. Yeah. But I'm so needle phobic.
No, I can't.
I can't even look at them on a TV screen.
No, I get sweaty. Sweaty palms.
Yeah, honestly, they're horrific. If I have to have an injection or give blood, like you know, like the TV static on a TV screen. Yeah. My vision goes like that, but red. It's fucking horrific. So you don't do anything with needles.
No. There was a needle like a demonstration. So we did like health and safety training. And
I fucking love that. I love that.
Yeah, it was really informative actually. You know what to do if somebody passes out, or how to be safe, like with needles.
They
But
pass out. Well, technically, they've not said the safe word.
So we
Do
can
what? Carry on. Yeah.
But yeah, me and one of the male doms had to go downstairs because we were sweating. But they called 2 of the subs up and pierced their nipples.
Fuck.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was one session where I was in on needle play, and there's a thing called saline balls.
Sailing balls.
Saline. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So they inject the balls with saline and get them as big as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm as confused as you. But
how long does that last? Do they deflate over time?
Yeah, over time. Yeah.
How long would
I have no idea, but I was watching. I was like, I need to sit down.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. You're talking about all this stuff. My balls have started hurting. Thinking about it, like I'm sat here like fuck, they're aching now. Like I'm worried if I've got cancer. Like, I do like shit.
I've got cancer from this conversation.
I've got ball cancer from this conversation. That's like fucking horrific. So, what have you been asked to do something that you've not? Other than those 3 things, have you?
I don't like anything to do with feet either. I don't like my feet being touched. So feet are a big fetish. So I do miss out on a lot of clients. But
right, okay.
So a lot of the girls like do a lot of foot worship.
Right, okay. But you'll make them kiss your boots and stuff.
Yeah, boots is fine.
But no on skin.
No.
Yeah. Cool. No. So like you said there about like they do the foot stuff and they do that. So like, because I don't know how sexual these things are, and like the touch between like, because you've said there about them kissing your feet and stuff. Yeah. How physical in a sexual way can it get?
It depends on the dom. Like we all have different limits. You know what we all do. There's like body worship that they can do, which is like the worship your legs. Which means they don't really touch. But it depends. It depends on the dom. Like some might. I don't know. I can't really speak for others, but yeah. For me, like no.
So you don't let anyone touch you.
No.
Yeah,
no.
You're just inflicting the pain on them. But I would imagine that in the industry it does go totally the other end of the scale as well, where it goes into sex work.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of sex. It is.
No, but I mean full on.
Yeah.
You know,
it depends on extreme. People offer different services. You know, the girls at work. There's about 10 of us. There's a lot of us that work there. Yeah. And each has their own menu, I guess.
I had a sex worker on. We've not put the episode out yet. And through doing the research, I found out I didn't realise that prostitution is legal.
Is it? I didn't know that.
It's absolutely a legal practice.
Is it?
And I didn't realise that. So with that in mind, is there anyone at your, like, how far does it go, or not necessarily at your studio, but obviously you're in circles.
Well, anyone can hire the rooms there, so escorts could hire technically. Yeah.
And do they?
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in the rooms. Like, I'm not in.
Fair enough.
Yeah, people film. They have a lot of filming there.
Right.
So
for porn
porn stars do film there.
OnlyFans and that, I imagine.
Yeah, they come and do the themes. You know, they have like they've got like a medieval torture square.
Right. Okay.
So there's a lot of like. I've seen like a Harry Potter film. I don't know what the name is. I'm trying to think of the title.
Harry Squatter.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like I saw. I did it. I was working on a comedy bit for it, and I was looking at like silly porn names, things. And the best one I saw was Shaving Ryan's Privates.
Oh my god!
I thought that fucking did me in. I was like, that's fucking funny. So has there been anything that? Obviously, you discuss a safe word prior.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken it so far that you've wanted to stop before they say their safe words?
Yeah, quite a lot. You know, like poppers.
As in the sniffy things.
Yeah. That's a big thing. So it's forced intoxication.
Right.
So you're supposed to like force them to take it, but then you can see people like getting too high. And then I'll say no more.
Right. Okay.
Things like that. Safety. Or if I can see that you're bleeding, like this is too much. Like you didn't have to.
I would imagine that people bleed quite easily and quite often.
It depends. So a lot of clients will say no marks, but the thing is, there's ways around that.
How?
Bastinado. So it's
bastinado.
Caning the soles of the feet. The soles of the feet don't really bruise, so.
Right. Okay.
You can whip the shit out of the feet.
Right.
A lot of them, they don't expect it though. They're like, oh. Okay.
I would imagine that whole no marks
painful.
Is because they don't want the missus or whoever to find out when they go.
No comment, but yeah.
Yeah. I would imagine that's
or work, or sometimes they're going on holiday.
Yeah, that's gonna look great on camera. Sorry, don't worry. That's insane.
No marks, different reasons, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so like it's fucking throwing my head. So many questions. Like, so with the like forced intoxication, I didn't realise that was a thing.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Do people try and bring in harder drugs as well? That you,
I've been asked.
I imagine there's a strict no there.
Yeah, so no, yes, I won't do that. But I've been asked. I get asked ridiculous things where you kick me full force in the face, like no.
Yeah.
You know.
What other extreme things do you get asked? Like what what is, or not even extreme. Like what's regular things that you
just some, I don't know. Mainly shit.
Mainly shit.
Mainly shit. There was a guy that asked one of the other doms to spit in a glass every morning for a month before she brushed her teeth so we could drink it.
Christ.
And she showed me the glass and I threw up.
Oh, I bet that stunk.
I bet it did. Breath water.
And he drank it.
So I'm going to throw up thinking about it.
That.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you think bukakis are bad until
you, oh
God. until you hear that sort of stuff.
Or can I snort your foot shavings?
Snort your foot shavings.
Mm-hmm.
That again. How do you realise that's your thing?
Can you imagine? I don't know.
But the thing is that I
maybe they were shaving the feet one day. I thought.
Yeah, but like I can see that's the type of thing that you'd end up doing on a stag do.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
For a dare.
I've got these foot shavings and everyone's lining up the foot shavings.
Oh my God.
Like that's there's no sexual gratification there. That's just a stag do forfeit. That's what happens if you don't drink your pint quick enough. Like, that is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Right, I think we're going to call that a section there.
Yeah.
We're going to go for a quick break. Stick around for part number 2. We're back in a few minutes. Thanks very much, Trap. Welcome back to part 2 of the Unstable Podcast. You're still here. Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
We were talking during the break then. You mentioned at the start of the episode about your ADHD.
Yes.
When did you get diagnosed with that?
About 2 years ago. I got misdiagnosed. They thought I had something else that wasn't that. No, and I just, you know what it was? Watching TikToks of people with ADHD, I was like, that is me. Like, I do all these things.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah, and I was like, the more I looked into it, and I tried to go to the doctors, and it was like a 6-year waiting list.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you're going to have to wait. So I went to a private place and paid, and they're like, no questions asked.
Yeah, you've definitely.
You've got it.
ADHD
you've got it. Yeah.
So you're medicated?
No, no.
Right.
The medication didn't agree with me.
Okay.
So I'm going to try more holistic. Maybe
Weed.
some no. I'm going to try microdosing.
Okay.
Yeah, see how that works.
Yeah.
Apparently that's good.
Fair. Yeah, I've got I had a friend who I'm careful how much I say now because I don't want to incriminate anyone. But I used to work with him, and he just had a breakdown. He had a complete and utter breakdown. Ended up sending me loads of death threats and like threatened to stab me and stuff. And it was really bad for a while. But he ended up getting diagnosed with ADHD.
Oh.
And then he decided to self-medicate, but there was no microdosing involved at all, and it fucking blew his mind.
Did it?
Absolutely,
in a good way or a bad way?
Bad way. He had a full-on breakdown. Yeah. He went missing, and they found him on a train track about 200 mile away with his hands on the rails, thinking that he could absorb the electric and control the lights with his eyes. Like he'd had a full-on...
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, that's awful. Sorry.
No, it's really bad, but yeah, so just be careful with the microdose is what I'm saying. Because it blew his mind. Well, have you got to think about trains? Go on. What's this?
Somebody's got a job in trains, I'm not going to say who.
Oh, right, okay. Someone close.
Somebody.
Okay. Right, yeah. Fair enough. So, what symptoms were you getting? What was and how did it affect you? How does it affect you?
Oh,
because there's a big thing, especially in comedy at the minute. There's a big thing with ADHD. Like it's so
just
common.
Just a thought, just crazy fast thoughts.
Yeah,
a million things at once. Really disorganized.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that's it. It's the thoughts. Like I can't concentrate for shit.
Okay.
And I'll get really obsessed with things.
So like
I watch Peep Show every night for probably about 25 years.
Jesus.
To go to I can't sleep without it. I thought that was
even
normal.
now?
Yeah, even now.
Oh, right. Jesus.
I can't sleep unless I listen to it. Crazy.
Just gotta have it on.
Yeah, I've got to have it on.
No way.
And I thought it was normal. And
that's not normal. No. That is not normal
I can't watch things without Googling what happens or who dies. I need to know before.
What, so if you're watching a series or a film, you have to find out
I have to know. Otherwise, the anxiety, I sit and I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Right, okay. It just fucking fries your head like.
I'm like, please tell me if you've seen it before.
Yep.
tell me,
I
does this
think you
person
need
die?
medicating. Yeah.
I think I might.
Yeah, I reckon so. Do you reckon part of that got you into what you do now?
Yeah, a little bit. It makes it a bit easier, because
How?
I'm quite friendly. I get into things, but then the dopamine wears off, and then I'll go off it.
And then you're off again.
Yeah, the dopamine's quite high at the moment. But
Right, okay. Feeling good.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, excellent. So, if you don't mind, because you're obviously in a relationship now.
Yes,
he's in the corner. Now that shall not be named. Let's call him Dave. Let's call him.
Hi, Dave.
Let's call him Dave. Because obviously, what you do, it's sex work.
Yeah.
How does that affect your relationship, and has that been a barrier?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we didn't really talk about it much in the beginning, but recently we.
Sorry, just to jump in. Yeah. Were you doing this when you met?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so he's always known you in this.
Yeah, I don't
industry.
think he really knew
Yeah.
what that was exactly.
Right. How did you meet?
Bumble.
Okay, cool. What did you send him first? Because you've got a message first, haven't you?
You're a bit beautiful, aren't you?
Oh God, you make me sick.
But he is. So.
Well, that's nice. No, that's lovely. That's lovely.
So
okay.
I went from there. He did say on my profile what I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he really understood exactly what that was.
Right. Okay.
Unless you, if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
You
No,
have to
I
know
guess
what
not.
that is.
Yeah. It's quite.
Yeah. Kind of took you to where I worked, and he was like,
blew his mind.
yeah, what's all this?
Fair enough.
What's all this? So yeah, I mean, we didn't really speak about it too much. It's kind of a taboo subject. Like,
Okay.
none of us really wanted to bring it up, and
Yeah.
In the early days, you can't really.
Yeah, no, I imagine it's a bit of a...
it's a tough one to navigate.
Well, I say that, the type of person I am, I'd have been like fucking red rag to a bull. I'd be like, right, what goes on here? Just because I'm interested in learning
Same with
stuff.
me, but yeah,
But
other people
I can
like
understand
that.
the total opposite, the avoidance as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So, like, you've obviously between then not talking about it and now he knows everything.
Yeah.
When did that conversation take place, and how did that conversation go?
Literally last week.
Oh, was it last week? Oh shit! I'm touching on a nerve here. Oh shit!
No, it's fine. So we have these parties at work.
Okay.
And there was a Halloween party.
Yeah.
And I said, do you want to come along?
Yeah.
And obviously he went.
Yeah.
Saw some stuff happening.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, wow, it made it more real, do you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
And obviously there's like subs there that I'm sessioned with, and so now we can put faces to these people, these stories, and it's...
Yeah. And at these parts, like, were you doing stuff to the subs then in front of him, or was it genuinely a party?
It's a party, but there's shows.
Okay.
So it's some extremes.
But you weren't involved in any of those shows?
Well, there was an option to be, but obviously I didn't want to.
Respect.
Yes, but so after that we had a bit of a conversation, like...
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't want to like.
No, we're not going to go into it.
For me, I'd love to ask you, but I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But so that conversation. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, so we just kind of said, what parts are you uncomfortable about?
Yeah.
And can we make some compromises?
Yeah.
So some of the services that you might do.
Yeah.
And they're all doable and they're understandable. I got it. I kind of thought of the other way around. Would I be comfortable? With them doing that? And if the answer's no, then I don't do it anymore. Do you know what I mean? That's
absolutely. Yeah. That's fair enough. Like for me, I don't know I don't know exactly what the job entails, like, and to what level you were going before that conversation and now. But like my very uneducated understanding, and you've sort of explained it to me now, because I thought there was a big element of sex involved. Like I imagined that, and this is my ignorance, that the point of it, like to put it bluntly, was it finishes when the guy comes.
Yeah.
And is that not the case? Like,
no, not always. No, I mean that can happen on sessions, but it doesn't have. That's not
the aim.
Yeah, that's not the aim. Depends on what the client wants. But that's what I mean with bookings that I take. I find out before. What they want, and if I can't offer that, then so I recommend a mistress that maybe
can do that. As I said, like for mine, like if that was if my understanding was right, I would struggle personally to be in a relationship with someone in the sex industry, and that's no disrespect to it.
No.
You could argue that that's my insecurities. Like I get it. Like each to their own. There's no shame or anything in it. So I respect that you're able to stick with it and do that. So you just sat down, had a chat, put rules in place.
Yeah, not rules. Just he didn't say you can't. But I asked the question of what makes you uncomfortable and certain things that I can't compromise on. But if I could. And not lose the money and still be able to do my job, then of course I'm going to do that.
Okay, cool. You mentioned the money. Is it? I'm not going to ask figures. It's none of my business.
It's well paid.
It's well paid. Yeah. How many clients do you reckon you see on a daily basis?
It depends on the time of the month. Yeah, on average, I can see 3 in a day.
Okay.
Or I could see none. You know what I mean? I could have like a really busy day.
Yeah.
I have like days called Mistress days, so we'll all come in.
Yeah.
And clients will pay for the day.
Yeah.
And we get a cut of that, so it depends.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. On how many are booked, you know.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it varies massively. I can have a really busy day. Or a really busy week and then nothing for a week. So it's very up and down.
Yeah, it's like the beauty of being self-employed, isn't it? It's like fucking, so is it like that? I imagine it being like the same as like a hairdresser. Like you have to give a percentage or you pay for the hire of the facilities for a day. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you pay for the room.
Same as like a strip club. You pay your percentage or whatever, and then whatever you take is yours. And so do they pay for the hour to how do they book?
Yeah, they can they book through the website or through my socials. They pay a deposit and that covers the room. Yeah. And then the rest is cash.
Then it's all
or
cash. We're not doing anything dodgy here, Mr. Taxman. It all goes through the books. But it is well paid. You don't have to answer this. If I wanted to book now, how much would it cost me for an hour?
180 to depending. 180.
Depending on.
Well, for the hour, it's 180,
180 for the hour, Does that, if you wanted 2 hours, is that then 360 or does that decrease?
Yeah.
It is £180 for the hour and they can book as many hours as they want for that. Yeah. Is the general booking for an hour? Is it most times 2 hours?
Yeah, depending on what it is, because 2 hours of torture is a lot.
Fucking 10 minutes of that shit going up my Jap's eye is a long time. Do you reuse... Are they yours or?
Yes, I'm not using that. They're brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's some at the studio that are like,
fuck
this long.
Mandingo.
Mandingo. No, they go past the bladder.
Fuck off.
Yeah, there's like you feel it pop.
Feel it? What? Why are you breaking?
No, it's like a muscle, like a little. I don't know what the word.
Like a sphincter.
Yeah, a sphincter. Yes, I didn't want to say the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it pops through.
Fuck, and then do they piss?
No, they just. I don't know what. Yeah, they enjoy it. I never really asked them why.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm kink shaming here. I'm not at all, but I don't get it.
You don't have to get it.
I don't understand. I can't fathom the pleasure in that.
Each to their own.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there's people out there that enjoy it, and I get that, and that's fine. I just don't get it. Is it? So this is a personal question. I have to answer. Is that sort of dom style? Yeah. Is that something that you enjoy personally in your sex life?
No, we don't do that at home.
Okay, so it is just a character.
He doesn't like being spanked or pegged or anything like that.
And is that refreshing for you?
Yes,
I imagine so.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is come home and do your work.
Yeah, he wants to work at home. Yeah.
No, I love my work, but my personal life.
Yeah, work and play.
Yeah, it's completely different.
It's different.
Yeah.
And are you the same? You're not into that either, or are you? Or I'm just interested whether there's a correlation between your sex life and your work.
Really.
No, not at all.
No,
right, okay.
No.
See, again, that surprised me because I would imagine that there'd be a direct correlation between the two.
No. I enjoy my work, but I also enjoy some normality.
Yeah, no, I get that because I've watched interviews of like porn stars and stuff, and they, obviously they're doing literally sex on camera, and they really enjoy the intimacy of just going home and cuddling on the sofa. Yes. They see that as their intimate, intimate thing. You need that like aftercare. So what you did basically, what you're telling me is you beat people up at work, and then you come home.
I'm a pussycat.
A nice, fluffy little cuddle with Dave.
Fucking Dave.
With Dave.
For a minute, I was like, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, do you remember, we had a whole conversation about us not using his name. Do you remember that?
He shall not be named.
Absolutely. Fair fucking play. Fair play. No, I respect that. Yeah. So what's the plan? Because I imagine, I don't know. Is there like a time frame on this? Because do you get many old dominatrixes?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, there's no age limit. There's women well into the 60s doing that. I'm not planning on doing it that long. No. I'm still figuring that out at the moment. Okay. I'm kind of like, where's it going? I don't know. I don't really know.
What's the dream?
The dream?
Because I'm pretty sure as a kid you didn't think that the dream was shoving metal up Jap's eyes.
I was a weird kid. Who knows?
I don't know. ADHD is a hell of a condition. But no, what
just make enough money to be financially secure.
Just set yourself up, and you reckon in this job you could set yourself up for early retirement?
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah, that's wicked.
That's the dream.
So, if you, what do you want to do afterwards? Would you go into like teaching this or?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, a lot of the DOMs go into like the online. I think I'm going to head towards the more online market to begin with, and then I don't know, maybe open somewhere. Maybe manage, I don't know.
Okay, so have your own venue and be that.
Possibly, the possibilities are endless. I'm not really.
Yeah.
The ADHD 1 minute I want to do this, the next minute I want to do that.
There's so many ideas.
It depends how I wake up that day.
Yeah, fair enough. We mentioned about going back into more online. Obviously, you used to do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Why did you step away from OnlyFans?
So OnlyFans wasn't really Dom.
Yeah.
It was like basic OnlyFans.
Just OnlyFans, yeah.
Yeah, just like, look at me.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. So it didn't really fit with what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'll never have an OnlyFans again, but that one wasn't working for me.
Right, okay. Because like you hear the stories of OnlyFans of them earning millions and millions.
Oh yeah, that's like.
But that's a really small percentage.
Yeah, people think they're going to make loads of money, and that again, it gets really dull. Just having to do the same stuff, and everyone's offering the same stuff.
Yeah, you've got to really.
Yeah, you had to get in the beginning. You could have like a USP, haven't you? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't have that. I didn't know what I was doing.
So I would have thought you would because of like how you look at your tattoos. Yeah,
but how many girls have got big boobs and tattoos now?
I suppose.
We're not rare anymore.
Shut up, Rick. Yeah, shut up, Rick. Well, you mentioned about going back into online. What do you mean by that then? If you're not on about OnlyFans or
more filming side of things, because that seems to make more money.
What sort of like I don't understand.
Filming dominatrix stuff.
Oh right, okay.
And selling the videos.
Right.
That works for a lot of the girls.
Yeah, but then would you then have your own another OnlyFans doing that as well?
OnlyFans are really strict about what you can post. So
are they?
Yeah, like even tentacles.
Oh yeah, we're talking about tentacles. This thing scared the shit out of me when she walked in.
You're not allowed to show anything like this.
I mean,
it's clean. Nobody's used it yet.
Well, that is heavy.
Yes, isn't it?
That is fucking heavy. I mean, explain. What?
This could go up someone's bottom.
I mean, I get that. Yeah. I mean, is it like a challenge to see how many fucking notches you can get up?
You know what a lot of them do? I think they like to impress you about what they can take.
Right. Okay.
So, I've been asked if I'll bring this into work, but I don't want to.
Why? I mean, what is it just on display?
Yes, it's just on display.
Just on the wall.
Yes,
That's
it's too pretty to go at someone's bottom.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I don't think I ever want to touch it again.
For the audio listeners, I've just been handed a green silicone tentacle basically. Yeah. What else have you got there in your bag of tricks? Because we've got a big... Oh, Christ. Again, just looking at that scares me. Has this been used? It doesn't bother me.
This is one, again, at home. I use the ones at the studio.
Right, okay. So is this just one you just do videos, whip in the air and stuff? Yeah.
Whip in the air.
Yeah. Do them videos get you much business and stuff?
Yeah, so people...
Is that why you do those videos?
Yeah, so people like the idea of being whipped.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like being whipped.
Yeah.
But I don't think people realise how painful being whipped is.
I mean,
it can cut your skin.
As a kid, you do that thing with your dad, don't you? Where he wets the end and you spin around. And I remember that really stinging as a kid.
Yeah,
and that was just a towel.
And it's a skill. It's I've not really got the aim. When people want to be hit in specific areas, like I'll end up taking an eye out. So
I imagine because like the whippy thing at the end, if you get it wrong, you can like wrap round.
Yeah. I've hit myself many a time. So
have you?
You have to wear goggles. I did a whipping workshop at work. And then we had one of the slaves that the owner owns. Yeah. We'll talk about slaves as well. Yeah. And luckily, he doesn't mind getting mocked anywhere. So we were practicing on him, he had to tell us where we were hitting him. He was like, back, as he wanted it on the ass.
Right,
so like, back! I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I imagine it is actually quite a hard... because if you try and throw a bit of paper into a bin, you fuck it up 9 times out of 10.
And you can't really see where it's going. I'm blind as anything. So.
Right, okay. Yeah. The glasses aren't just for show.
No, they're not just for show. I am blind.
Fair enough. So you mentioned about slaves then.
Slaves, so
Talk to me about slaves.
So slaves are, you can call anyone that comes... Some of them like to be called slaves. Yeah. So you can collar a slave. So a collared slave is one that you own. It's yours. Right, okay. So... That means they have to earn the collar, so they have to come. It depends on the mistress. So, they say have to do a task every day to earn.
Right, and what would those tasks be?
Every morning you've got to either do jobs for them.
Right.
Clean the house. They can.
Oh, a literal slave.
Yeah, right. But they enjoy doing it. They
must
want
be like a power dynamic, isn't it? Yeah.
So online ones they could wake up every morning and hit themselves.
Right.
Paddle 10 times.
Okay.
Prove it or. I've got one actually. There was a guy that he wanted tasks to do. I didn't end up collaring him, but he made ice pops out of his own piss and ate one every day.
Oh, I didn't think you like piss play. Oh, no, it's shit play.
Well, I just couldn't think. I was like, what's inventive?
So wow, what other stuff was that the task you gave him just to do that every day?
Yeah, hang weights off his bits.
Yeah.
And like stand there.
And why didn't you collar him?
He had family commitments to stop. But yeah, I remember before he was had weights on, and he wasn't allowed to take them off until I said.
Right. Okay.
And I fell asleep, and he was there all night. I'm not even joking. He was waiting. Like I was like, yeah, I did that on purpose. Totally didn't do it on purpose.
Fucking hell, he just increased the length of his dick by about 3 inches. The guy could no longer get an erection because he fell asleep.
Picture of his knees afterwards. The blue. I was like,
So he was just literally there on his knees.
I thought that, but he enjoyed it though. He's like, that was really cruel. I like you being cruel. It's like, yeah, I was supposed to do that.
Poor fucker.
No.
I hope he doesn't see this and realise.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. So what is this whole thing like being collared? Like, explain that to me. Like, so, you then own that person.
Yeah. In a sense, like it's like more of a fantasy thing.
Yeah,
like,
no, I get that. Yeah,
like, we're not being hot. Like
no.
Yeah. Or they have to come for a certain amount of sessions. They have to pay for certain things. Each mistress has their own like rules to.
So it's like a badge of honour with that mistress.
Yes. They can put on their profile owned by goddess whoever. Like it's
right.
They like
on their profile.
Yeah, on like online profiles, but they have like on Twitter and stuff.
Oh, yeah. People are that.
Yeah, they love it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with that, it's a lot of responsibility for us because you have to have constant contact with them.
Okay.
It can be stressful.
Did you get paid extra for that?
Yeah, well, it depends what it is.
Right.
So they can do things for you that are helpful. You know, people have house slaves that come and just wash the pots for them, or.
That's fucking nuts. I find that.
Yeah, then they'll do it in a little maid's outfit and they'll love it.
I might get into being a dom.
Yeah, just to do that.
I might get into it.
Yeah, I don't have them in my house because that's my house. I wouldn't, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there many male doms?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a couple at work actually.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and they see males and females. Well, we all do. So.
Yeah. Do you see majority male? I imagine.
Yeah.
What about the men, the male doms? Do they see mainly females or mainly male as well?
Males.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, mainly males.
Yeah.
But like a big thing is forced by.
Forced by.
So.
What's that?
It's where a female dom will bring in a male dom.
Yeah.
Tell them to do stuff to the man.
Oh.
I don't really want to, but they do want to.
Right. Okay. Forced to be gay, sort of thing.
Yeah. For the mistress.
Right.
And that's a fantasy as well.
Right. Okay. So you will suck that guy off, otherwise I'm going to beat you 20 times with a cane or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a common thing?
Very common.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many collars have you got?
I've not found the right one yet.
Oh right, okay. Is it a 1-to-1 thing? You only have one.
No, you can have as many collars as you want.
Right.
As well as chastity. Do you know what chastity is?
I think so. Is that when you put like something on your dick that you can't get an erection?
Yes.
Is that right?
Sorry, let me. It has the bag of tricks. So a chastity cage. So they wear one of these, and they will give the key to the mistress.
Right.
So they can't take that off.
Can you still piss?
Yes, there's a hole.
Oh yeah, I don't want to touch it actually.
No, this has not been used. This is all for my home.
Oh, in that case, I will.
Yeah, have a look. So mistresses will keep the keys around, like there was something called Locktober. So they're supposed to be locked. But some of these are really mean. They've got spikes in, so if they even get a little bit of an erection, or there's a pipe that goes down the urethra.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's some serious control right there. I don't know if we'll zoom in on that on the on the edit.
Yeah.
So
that goes around the balls.
Right. Okay.
So it stays on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
a power thing, isn't it? Like, they stay locked. There's somebody at the party, weren't they?
Just imagine like what was it called?
Locktober.
Locktober.
Yeah.
You're in Locktober and then you forget about a stag do, so you go on a stag do. Next thing you get kegged by your mates and you just got this thing on.
Yeah.
Incredible. Sorry, you were telling me a story then I interrupted. Go on.
He's been in chastity for a year. Like he's allowed to take it off to wash.
Right.
Or, you can have slaves online with chastity, but the keys they always want to post them to you. I'm like, no, that's too dangerous. What if there's a medical emergency? So you'd ask them to put the keys in a block of ice.
Right.
So ask to see every day that it's still.
In
then
the ice.
At least they can take it off if they really need to.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Even in an emergency, you have to get a couple of air dryers on a block of ice to. Fucking hell.
That's more of a control thing as well.
Yeah. What other sort of stuff? I'm just intrigued.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to think. The suspension, so you can hang people up, suspend them in the air. There's there's a suspension suite at work, so it's on like hydraulics and stuff.
Do you do that thing where like you put them down in like the PVC thing and just suck all the air out of it?
Yes, a vac bed. I showed you a video of that, didn't I?
A vac bed, is it?
A vac bed, yes.
What's that all about?
So it's like a latex fetish is a massive thing.
Right. Okay.
So it's a big latex like a body bag basically with a mouth hole, and you get literally Henry the Hoover comes out.
I imagine it to be like something a bit more special, like a proper.
We get Henry out.
Get Henry out, plug her in.
Yeah. No, not even Hetty, it's Henry.
No, Hetty, for fuck's sake. They've got the eyelashes on, haven't they? The Hetties. Fucking hell, yeah.
That would suit it better.
Sissy Hoover. That's what I'm thinking. Have a little Sissy Hoover in there, yeah. Strap one of them things to it. Fucking sound.
You get all the air out of it.
Yeah. And just leave them there.
Just leave them there for the sensory deprivation. That's another big one.
Right.
So you can put ear defenders so they can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Like masks so they don't know what's happening. It's more the suspense.
I kind of get that because like if you lose one sense, your others are heightened, aren't they? So if you lose your sense of sight and hearing, then I imagine the sense of touch is heightened.
Some people like the psychological side of not knowing. Or you can threaten them with things, even though it's not. Even
it's not.
Not going to happen.
So like they're lying there, you've taken the air out of it. They've got a little fucking breathing hole. What do you do then?
You can stop them breathing. It's breath play, so you can. We use gas masks as well.
Gas mask, like what?
Some of them have got something called a rebreather. So it's like a bag of air.
Right.
So you put this hood on.
Yeah.
There's no eyes or anything. It's got a little spout.
Yeah.
And you'll let them breathe, and then until there's no air left, you have to release it. So I normally have a hand signal.
Is that not really dangerous?
It can be, but you have to be careful with it. But no, I wouldn't tie them. Personally, I wouldn't tie them up so they could always pull the pipe out themselves.
Oh, okay. So they can just fucking
But I've got some clients that don't want to be tied up, so you have to be really vigilant.
Sorry, just to explain that fully. You've got a gas mask on, and it's got a bag of so much air in it.
Yeah.
And they just breathe it until it runs out.
Yeah.
But
it's like a head rush.
But surely if they got the bag of air there and they're just breathing in and out, surely your breath out is filling it back up.
Yeah, but
so
it's
eventually
the oxygen's going.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So you have to notice when they're nodding out type thing.
They normally, I'd say, hand signal. Like, show me,
right.
And then I'll pull it off.
And that when they start nodding out type thing.
Yeah.
But is it, that seems to me really fucking dangerous because if you breathe too much CO2 in, you can lose your cognitive ability. So have you had many people just fucking pass out?
I've had somebody pass out from poppers.
Right.
But that was when I was like, you know what, I'm not. I always say to people now, you're in control of your poppers. I don't do forced intox. I won't hold it to somebody. Somebody passed out. He was in full PVC wig.
Yeah.
He'll probably know who he is if he's watching this.
Yeah.
You scared me.
You prick.
It's like,
you fucking switched the power dynamic there, didn't you? You fucking wanker.
He was, he's really big into poppers, but he used to put them in a bag and breathe them himself. But the
his neck? I've always thought it was to the nose. Yeah,
exactly. But he was really into them, and I was like, yeah, okay. But he was on a wheel, so... He was like, can you pass me out? I held it, and then he came in. After that, I was like, never again.
Yeah. How long was he out for?
Just a couple of seconds.
Oh, right, okay. So, it wasn't like... That's fucking
it was being filmed as well. I was like, I've just killed this guy on camera.
Wake up, fucking slap him,
it was, he was fine. It was fine, man, to slap him. It got really hot. It was really hot, and he'd just been beat with nettles and stuff. So
beat with nettles. Yeah, you're telling that.
That was him. He bought his own nettles from his garden. They were like this big.
Fucking hell, that's some dedication. That isn't it? Growing your own whip.
Yeah,
like, I respect that. I respect that. Have you obviously nothing? That's the most scary thing that's happened to you. But have you heard stories in the trade of people going too far and have people died and stuff?
I don't know about
you
death.
hear of the asphyxie wanks, don't you? Where people have accidentally killed themselves by fucking hanging and having a Tommy tank.
Tommy tank, sorry.
Yeah.
I've heard stories about people having to go to hospital.
Yeah.
Passing out, going to hospital, and then the cosplayer has to call the wife.
Fuck, imagine that.
Yeah, finding their bag of tricks.
That is some scary shit.
Yeah, that's probably the. You know what? When people are nearly fainting, I was like, how about call your wife? They soon stand up.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, fucking hell. I think even I'd stand up at that point. I'd be like, oh Jesus, I'm up, I'm out of here. Right, we're gonna have to call that a pod. I'm afraid.
Okay,
but I really want to carry. You have to stick around for the Patreon.
Yeah. Okay.
Sound right, guys. If you watch this, thanks ever so much. We're gonna go across to Patreon now. It's still just £1 a month. So sign up. It's patreon.com/unstablepod. Do you want to give them your socials where they can find you?
Yes, it's Mistress Grey _ on Instagram.
Is that it?
That's it.
Twitter.
Oh, I don't know what
Facebook.
Twitter is. I don't know.
Okay, just
figure it out from there.
Yeah, well,
the links are all on there.
Yeah, we'll put it all in the description. Thanks for sticking around. As I say, please come across to the Patreon. We're going to stick around. And we'll see you all next week. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.